Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, X-Wing players, or anyone who is potentially interested in X-Wing. Welcome to our channel. My call sign is BatMando, and you are watching the segment we refer to as the Round Report. This is round 3 of this particular engagement, and Mean Martian is the first player, as you just read on the screen. Now, we will go ahead and start moving along with the activation phase. Arvel coming in with a 3 hard. Mean Martian's going to take a little bit of time to figure out what action he wants to do there. So in which case, you will see that he is very soon going to put down a focus and then chooses to boost forward, going to the center of the mat. Onto the other side of the mat, I am going to take Torfoon in for a 2 straight forward. I decided to play a little bit conservative with Torfoon because in the event that Wedge does a 1 forward or 2 forward, I can still catch Wedge on the back end with Torfoon's arc. Now to the other side, we have Ten Numb, who is coming in 3 forward. And it looks close, and it was close, ladies and gentlemen. He scratched some of his paint up against that debris cloud. So then, trying to figure out who Ten Numb is going to target lock at this point in time. Mean Martian goes ahead and lays that target lock down on Cad Solus. And then I have a bit of a debate on my hands. Who do I move forward first? Do I start with the Royal Guard or do I start with Cad Solus? And the decision was sealed with the target lock placed on Cad Solus. So I go ahead and make that maneuver, knowing full well I'm going to hit that bump. So I take a bump straight into Ten Numb there. But fortunate for me and unfortunate for poor Ten Numb, that target lock is not going to do any good due to the range 0. So, in which case Cad is a little bit better protected. But then the Mandalorian Royal Guard is going to go ahead and bump into me. And that means I have to roll for some damage. So we're going to go ahead and move forward, and we see the bump. And we roll. It ends up being a crit, and that crit is Panic Pilot. So 2 stress tokens go down for that particular Mandalorian Royal Guard. Now we go ahead and start moving forward with Joy. Joy taking a 2 bank towards the center, and then is going to take the typical focus boost that a Fang will do. Then we move our other Mandalorian Royal Guard into position with a 2 hard, taking a focus and no boost or any other maneuvers because there is no space to make that. So, in which case, we have Thane moving, and Thane was trying to get into the fray, but ended up with a bump. So as typical, if you're going to bump the opponent, you need to go ahead and do a stress focus. As you will see, that is what Mean Martian does. Then we have Wedge, that will also be moving into the fray. But unfortunately, that 2 bank ends with Wedge in the side of the Mandalorian Guard right there in front of him. So now we will wait for Mean Martian to go ahead and determine who he is going to attack first. And it's going to be Wedge into the Mandalorian Royal Guard. But it's going to be range 0. Wedge did have an opportunity to take a range 1 attack into Cad Solus, but elected to go after the Mandalorian Royal Guard. So, here we go with the die. No mods can be made at this point in time. 1 hit. All I need is 1 defense, and of course, Wedge delivers a deadly hit, and Mandalorian Royal Guard E is dead. We'll call him Edward. So Edward is dead. Now, we continue with our other fights, and it's going to be Thane into Cad Solus. Fang cannot hit Cad Solus, and I had to spend a focus in the process. Now we have other attacks to take care of. 10 Numb with his range 0 attack into Cad Solus, hitting Cad Solus with 1 hit. And it is now time for the Mandalorians to take revenge, and they deliver 2 hits into Wedge there. And then we're going to follow up with Joy. Joy is going to spend a charge in order to have Wedge roll 1 less. Range 1 attack, 4 attack dice. Go ahead and make the mods, and then BatMando kills Wedge and Tilly's. So, Joy is had. Cad Solus now with an attack on Arvel at range 1. We go ahead and flip that Fearless, in which case he rolls, and what do you know? I was able to take 1 shield off of Arvel at that point in time. Now, we did get this out of order, so you will see that Torfun is actually making an attack, and that's going to be 3 hits into 10 Numb. And then when we realized our mistake, we went back and had Arvel take a range 1 shot into Cad, reusing his Predator, and getting 2 hits. And Arvel not able to hit Cad Solus at that point in time. This is the end of the round. Mandalorian with 10, Rebel Alliance with 8 victory points. Thanks for watching. Feel free to email us at that address on the screen. Please support our channel, click like and subscribe, and tune in to round 4. Same BatMando time, same BatMando channel, and as always, BatMando out.